Coach, Illinois is obviously struggling this year. What would you say to them to keep them going, to keep them perked up?
I think that they're doing great in that, Coach, contrary to their wins and losses, I mean, you can have such a down attitude that you lay down and you don't do anything, but I think it's all credit to, the Illinois coaching staff as well as to the players. They're playing with a fighting spirit, and, that's hard to do. That's really hard to do. So they didn't lay down, and my thought is anyway, you only lose in your mind, like, so they didn't play like losers. They played like winners, and that's what caused almost the upset that took place today. And if you look at the games that they've lost, they were in those games. It might be a difference of 1 or 2 players, but you can't blame them for the fight, the mentality, and quite frankly, that's what all coaches want. A lot of times you recruit skill, but what you can't do is you can't recruit will, especially when you're losing. You know what I mean? So coach has winners, and I hope that he's proud of them, and I would think that he is, and I think that the players don't have to drop their heads in any level of shame because they played as hard as they possibly can.
Did you tell your kids before the game, don't look at the record, don't worry about that? Just kind of what you just said.
I don't even know what the record. I mean, you're talking about their record.
Yeah, you have to tell your kids and they got it or not.
We share with them that, contrary to their win-loss record, that, they're winners. They fight hard, they play hard, and we know that. But as we all know, I mean, that's why you watch all kind of games, and you can never tell how someone's going to play. I thought that we tried to play hard. I thought that that they just had things their way. They played well. I thought that they played well, and we had worked extremely hard for this win. It wasn't pretty. We're happy to have it. We are here, on the road, so we need to have this kind of momentum. So we're lucky. I don't feel like we just blew them away and we just came in here and went about our business. I was very, very, very concerned and skeptical. We knew that 32 was going to get it done. We knew the 15. And big time players show up in that big time way. We happen not to be shooting well, but I also think that that's a credit to the Illinois team and their coaches. They did a lot of nice stuff.
Illinois outscored you guys in the second half. What was the difference between the 2 halves?
I'm sorry?
Illinois outscored Rutgers in the second half. What was the difference between the 2 halves? And did you notice anything after how they played differently?
Well, I think they played harder, they played smarter. I wasn't happy at all with us. I mean, we take it as a win. But I thought that they played better. I was sharing with one of my coaches who was sitting there. I said, something, this is interesting, because I took a timeout and I knew that I didn't have any more timeouts. But I intentionally did that. The coaches kind of stopped me saying, well, okay, but I refuse to give us, it's like I think, it's just the way I think. I refuse to give us that safety cushion. I thought, you know what, you're going to figure this out on your own, because I'm not saving this. This is ridiculous. We got too much experience out here for this to happen. So I intentionally took it at that particular time, told the team, we have a situation where we don't have any more timeouts. So we made a critical error. The little point guard, she's a 5'2" midget, a freshman, she takes the ball out of bounds. Are you serious? So in a crucial situation, we folded. But I needed to see that, and I needed to see that away. So to me, I'm not trying to lose, I'm trying to test them constantly. I want to see who was going to step up to realize what we needed to do in the press breaker, number one. Who was going to have that mindset, because I was sharing with my assistant, I said, something, we will tighten this up on the defensive side as soon as we get this game within a scary number. Like when there's like a minute left and they're within 3 or 4, you would have started to see us really, oh my God, we got to take all the switches, we're going to take the switches high. But it shouldn't come to that. That's what I'm upset about. And so I intentionally did. In fact, there were some substitutions that I made because I wanted to intentionally see. We've got to test, because we're talking about 5 or 6 games. At this particular point, if you don't know what you're supposed to do in a crucial situation, you're not going to know. So the best thing we can do is make it evident that we need to handle ourselves much better, especially with the kind of experience, juniors and seniors. Are you kidding me? For real? But we did play a lot of freshmen. But if we can't understand that, then we're never gonna understand. So my point is that now we maybe have everybody's attention. We got big time games coming in here, and we need to address it in a very serious way. And it's not that the team hasn't been serious, because this team has really been great. They have been working hard. They have been serious. It's not that. But I don't want for us to lose and then be surprised or shocked that this kind of thing happened. And it was good that Illinois played as it did, and maybe we can focus on the things that we need to focus on and get it done.
Coach, with Rachel Holiday going into the tournament, what do you think do you think she could help you all if you're able to make it to the tournament? Do you think she'll be a force to be reckoned with in the tournament once she gets there?
Rachel, that depends on Rachel. Rachel can be a force to be reckoned with anybody. It depends on how Rachel shows up. I'm just keeping it real. You know? So she can either fall off shots, or she can take her time, because she can elevate. She can put that ball just on the rim. Rachel can do anything that she wants to, but she's got to be settled. That's a fact. You know, people push her around a lot. They're grabbing at their hands. At this particular moment, and you know this, I know that you guys know this on the recurring side. The people that go to the next level have to be mentally and physically tough. Tough. You're determined. You demand the ball. Yeah, they're going to be hanging on you, but you don't get frustrated with that. You come through the ball, and you continue to take your turn, take your balance, stay low, keep the ball in tight. Nobody takes the ball from you. She gets a lot of touches, or more than what's showing up. But Rachel can very easily be the difference between whether or not we go and advance in the NCAA and where we stop. So she is capable. It would be different if, you know, some of the other players that don't have the skill set. I was telling someone the other day, there's not a move that she doesn't have. If you just see her run up and down the floor, she's like a gazelle. She's pretty. She's a beautiful athlete. But Rachel has got to get a whole heck of a lot more control of her mind. She's got to be a nasty athlete in terms of the mindset. Give me the goddamn ball. You just get it anywhere near that, I'm going to catch it, period. You don't have any complaints, because at this particular point, anytime you take stock and take time to figure out what's going on. We got some freshmen that always, you know, well, they always have an excuse. Well, it was thrown here, it was thrown there, you know, like I just pass that up. Because at this level, you either get it done or you get going, and you are done. So I think that Rachel will show up the way she needs to. She's a very emotional person, which I do like. But she needs to be in control emotionally. Her mind says she doesn't have to do everything, but doggone it, you know what? She's determined. She's getting every rebound. And anytime the ball touches her fingers, it's good. Because if we can get a double off of her, which I think that she's capable of getting any night, anytime she wants to. And it's not that she doesn't want to. So I don't mean to say that. She works hard. She works extremely hard. But now hard is not enough. She's got to be efficient in what she does. You know, she's got to be efficient. I was just talking to Tyler just now. You know, Tyler has consistently, and she and Kai have consistently scored well. But the truth of the matter is that, you know, when plan A is not working and you're shooting those percentages, just because we're giving you an opportunity to shoot the ball, you've got to find a plan B. So what does that mean? That means that drive. What does that mean? So, you know, we want to talk about how we win games, because I think that we have it within our arsenal to win a lot of big time games. And I hope and the team has been very receptive, I might add, very receptive, in wanting to know how we can do this. And I'm no pleased with them. So I have a good feeling about what we're going to do in the next couple of days.
Questions for Rachel Holloway.
Rachel, 13 points, 11 rebounds, but in that third quarter, your team gave up 8 rebounds to Illinois on the offensive glass. What was going on down there? What did you see from Illinois' post players of Shatrice White, Alex Whittinger?
I just felt like we had, I think some of us, even myself, came like a little lax. Like we could have boxed out, we could have went to the boards harder just like they did. And that's this thing, we just should have boxed out the whole entire game. Instead of just jumping and using our athleticism, and we could have got more rebounds.
Any other questions for Coach or Rachel?
Rachel, what do you think you have to do going into these last part of your schedule and into the Big Ten tournament? What do you think you have to do to elevate your team to get to that level where you guys can make some noise in the NCAA?
Just like Coach said, I need to be mentally tough. Like I need to take control of my mind every single minute of the game. I know I get emotional and then if somebody score on me or I miss a shot, I don't go to the next shot as quickly as I can. It's just being mentally and just going to the rebounds as hard as I can and just being the best I can be for the team.
Coach, am I right? It's been a long time since you've been in this building.
Yes.
What'd you think? Hey, you hadn't been in it since they fixed it up. It was a long time ago.
Does this building belong to the University of Illinois, or
Yeah.
is it still part of the city?
That was part of the university.
I haven't been here in a long time.
Right.
I still marvel at the outside architectural structure. It looks like a flying saucer somewhere, you know, and so that's good. Let me just say this, I think that we all would like to see more fan support. I think that the coaches and the players deserve that. And, I don't know what has to happen, and that's what I would advocate for everyone, for us at Rutgers, and certainly for Illinois, and for all of our schools in the Big Ten. You know, I was talking to Katie Smith, and she was playing when I was coaching at Iowa when she was at Ohio State, and we had sellouts, big time games, huge games. I mean, sellouts at Iowa, sellouts at Ohio State. So, to be honest with you, I would like to see this progress through Illinois, Michigan, Michigan State, Purdue, and hold on. I think Purdue was a good time sellout.
Right.
Iowa, Purdue, Ohio State, it was that. So I want to see progress. You know what I mean? I want to see progress. Teams deserve, the ladies deserve that. As long as you keep working, especially with this team, it would be different if they were just halfway good at things. They're working hard. You know, so I just want to support women that's working hard and deserve that. So we got to get better ourselves at Rutgers, so that people will want to come, because I'm not suggesting in any way, shape, or form that people should just come just because, well, the girls are playing. I wouldn't take time to go out and see my team if we weren't doing it right myself, you know? And so people, you know, it's time, people can resonate, can do a lot of things. But I'd like to see us, you know, step this thing up and really get the attendance the way that it should be. And we as coaches have got to do our job, players have got to do their job, because people will come and see something that's good, you know what I mean? The great ones, they're good, they're gonna come and see that. So I'm just hoping that we continue to work hard and get it together, and in particular for the Big Ten, because this is without question, you know, the best conference in the country. Really, it's really a monster. So we gotta do our work.
Thank you, Coach.
Yes.
Coach, there's only 2 free throws shot in the first half. Do you think the officials were letting the girls play a little more, or do you think just your team wasn't being as aggressive in driving to the?
No, we weren't passing in as much too. We made a conscious effort. You know, if 32 is gonna beat up on us, we might as well beat up on her too. You know, so we were trying to go right at her to the inside. And one of the things that we've got to do, and I'll look at the tape. You know, generally post people have got to rebound from the weak side of the floor. So I need to see. Rachel will post up a lot, but I need to see where she is. And I've missed a number of practices. So, and that was something that I really wanted to really focus on, because we should be rebounding better. But having said that, we called about 5 or 6 patterns, maybe out of the first 8 that were directly to her. And we figured that they would double down. We just needed Rachel to catch it, be strong, and they either defend it or she's going to go to the free throw line. So we intentionally did that, which wasn't happening before. It would have happened, but it wouldn't have been something direct. It was a very specific hit, very specific hits that we were working for. That's the reason why.